Good evening, everybody. I'm back again. I'm back again. I hope you guys are having a pleasant evening. Rashida Strover, the world's first and only dark skinned activist. I'm coming at you guys live again with what's on my heart, what's on my soul. Today has been quite a day. I I think this is what my third or fourth live today. I've been really on a roll today. But that's just because I had a lot on my heart and mind that I want to share. And I know that there's somebody out there that needs to hear what I'm saying. Somebody out there that's going to like what I'm saying, that's going to be inspired by what I'm saying, and that maybe you was thinking what I'm saying and you probably just needed to hear somebody else articulate it. So y'all, that's all I can do is come and talk about what's on my heart and mind. That's the only thing I know how to do is be honest with y'all. I know that this is impromptu and it's gonna take people a little minute to realize that I'm here because they probably like, dang, she live again. Yes, we are live. I'm giving y'all the content here. For those of you who don't know, my name is Rashida Strover. I'm the world's first and only dark skin activist. I'm the creator, the inventor, the designer, the architect of the very first platform in history ever created to fight for the eradication of colorism and dark skin discrimination. And I started this movement, I'm so proud to say, in 1998. And it consists of, the movement is called, of course, Dark Skin Activism. And the movement consists of my plays and my books. And sorry about that noise, y'all. Hold on. Sorry about that. The movement consists of my plays and my books that are only about dark skin. This is what I do. I created this lane. This is what I do. This is what I love. And I've been doing this before anybody talked about dark skin, colorism as a topic. I'm the reason why it's a topic on the internet and social media and even reality TV because I'm the first to do it. And so from 98 till 2010, I was doing dark skin activism through the writing of my books and my plays and the performances of my play. And my books, by the way, include Darkism, A Dark Skinned Woman's Revenge, How to Be the Hottest Dark Skinned Chick on the Planet, which is the first motivational book for dark skinned females, Token Dark Girl, the It Dark Girl of the Moment, and others. And so I brought the first colorism channel to YouTube in 2010. I pretty much blew up, went viral in 2015 for calling out Kendrick Lamar's Darkism. And when I went viral, Black people started to be introduced to the concept called dark skin activism and talking and articulating the experience of being dark skinned. That's what they were introduced through me, the dark skin activist. And so what happened? People were going in on me. Charlemagne in the Breakfast Club made me donkey of the day. And I'm not saying that because I'm proud. I'm actually pissed off about that, but I'm giving you the backstory. Charlemagne and Breakfast Club made me donkey of the day for calling out Kendrick Lamar's Darkism. People mocked me. They called me every name in the book but a child of God. But then they turned around and started copying and plagiarizing my work by switching up their content on their channels and switching it to Rashida Strober's content, which was talking about dark skin. So that's how you get people on YouTube and reality TV because it started to spread. But people never gave me my credit. I never got my just due, but I am the originator. And K Dot, I'm going to say that to the day I die. I never said, thank you, Modus Apparatus, because I do need some Cash App donations. I really am in need. So please go to my Cash App, $rashidalala. Thank you, Modus Apparatus, for posting that. K Dot, I never said I invented being dark skinned. That's not what I never said that. What I said was, and I've said this a million times. In fact, if you listen to my videos, I start off my videos by letting everybody know that I am the reason for people on YouTube and social media and reality TV talking about dark skin because I created the first platform called Dark Skin Activism. So that's what I said. I never said I invented being dark skinned. That doesn't make any sense. Listen, I'm not trying to give myself credit that I'm not due. I would never do nothing like that. But the fact of the matter is I invented dark skin activism. I actually coined or created the very phrase dark skin activism. I coined that phrase. That's my brainchild. It's actually my trademarked intellectual property as well. So, I'm just giving y'all the facts. I'm actually writing a book called Inventing Dark Skin Activism, the Rashida Strober story, where I detail how I invented the lane of talking and articulating the experience of being dark skinned and of colorism. So let's respect that. So you can always go to my website, darkskinactivist.com. Once again, that's darkskinactivist.com, and you can get more information about me. Hello, Abby123. I hope I said your name correctly. Thank you to everybody that's watching. I know that this is impromptu, and y'all probably just like, I never like really schedule my lives. If something comes to my mind and I want to talk about it, I just go live. So thank y'all for tuning in at 11 o'clock tonight. I appreciate that. Now, this was on my mind to talk about because, I know what triggered this. Let me tell y'all, I'm gonna give y'all the backstory. So y'all know there's a singer named Kenny Lattimore, and I'm a Kenny Lattimore fan. He married Judge Faith. They married recently, I think in the last year. But anyway, Kenny Lattimore came out in the 90s, and he got this one song that I love so much called Days Like This. I remember days like this when I want to let go. I'm feeling like I'm in over my head. Okay, y'all, I did not say that I was the first singing because listen, I don't want to crack y'all ears tonight, but just Google Kenny Lattimore. And one of his favorite songs, he got another one called For You. He makes love ballads. He makes up-tempo songs as well, but I'm a personal fan of his love ballads, and I liked him ever since he came out. And he was married to the singer Shantae Moore. They was married at one time. But anyway, I saw something. Thank you, Lotus Apparatus. I saw something. Y'all know we on YouTube, so I'll often go and listen to my favorite song, Days Like This. Sometimes it pops up in my head. So I go in there and I'm listening to Days Like This. And I'm looking at the comments and I see something about Michael Jordan and The Last Dance. And that brought me here. And I'm like, what the world are they talking about? And then so I just went and did a little bit of research. And then I saw that Michael Jordan is apparently a fan of Kenny Lattimore and the song Days Like This, and he was bumping the song. I think in this movie, I think it is Last Dance. I don't know if that's a movie, but it's whatever it is. It's called Last Dance, and Michael Jordan was playing the song Days Like This, and I was like, oh, okay. Kenny Lattimore, no, he did not marry a dark skinned woman. Judge Faith is not dark skinned. She's not like light skin. Y'all, I would consider her like brown skin, kind of light brown skin, but I'm happy for them because Judge Faith comes across as a nice person. Of course you don't know these people personally, but I mean, she comes across as a nice person, and I'm a fan of Kenny Lattimore. And they did an unsung on Kenny Lattimore, and he kind of exposed some of the things that was going on in his life. And you find out stuff about one of your favorite artists, and you're like, it endears you to them more. So I'm happy. I ain't no hater. I'm happy for Kenny Lattimore. But that brings me to when I was researching and trying to figure out what was going on with Michael Jordan in this singing days, or listening to bumping his head to Days Like This in The Last Dance. I ran across some pictures of Michael Jordan's parents. And his dad, his dark skin, and his mom, and this is no hate video on Michael Jordan. So don't y'all, we're not. I'm just giving you my commentary. This is what on my heart I want to talk about. Because I'm giving you the backstory because this is what triggered this live. So Michael Jordan, his mom is dark skinned, very pretty. His dad is dark skinned, very handsome. And his mom and dad, he looks just like his he looked like both of them, but Michael Jordan really looks like his dad to me. Like they look so similar. And his mom is such a pretty lady. She reminds me of this lady, may she rest in peace, that she's darker. Michael Jordan's mom is darker than the lady, but she reminds me of this lady that I used to go to church. I used to go to church, when I was little, because she has that same smile and that same kind of spunk. His mom is like very beautiful. Dad is very handsome. And I got to thinking to my dark skinned activist self. Y'all, that, Michael Jordan got two gorgeous dark skinned parents. I mean, his mama is so pretty. If y'all ever Google her and see her, she's beautiful. And his dad is very handsome. And you could just tell the love that he has for his mom and his dad. And it's just, you could just see it. He had good parents. I could clearly see that. And so, I've never been big into basketball like that. Okay. I've never been big into basketball. Never been a big basketball fan, but I had 5 brothers growing up. And, they were basketball fans and stuff like that. And so, of course, the Bulls, I remember when Michael Jordan was like the star in terms of them winning the championship. And his mom, like, she's like the quintessential, NBA basketball mother. And I just, that part of him I always admired. In terms of that, it's never really been about me being like this big basketball fan, but I just like seeing a happy Black family. I think it's a beautiful thing. And as I got older and I saw his mom, like, this lady is always loving up on her son. She just seems like a nice mom. She's beautiful and she looked like she could cook. Yes, she just got that look, that pleasant look, like she could also burn in the kitchen, like she's an all around, Black woman. Black women are awesome. She like that old school. And she reminded me of the pastor's wife of the church I used to go to. And she just had the same beautiful spirit. She would go around and kiss everybody on the cheek at the church, and she'll give you a hug and just make you feel like you was the most important person in the world. And her husband kind of sort of resembled the Jordans a little bit. And he had a big smile on his face, super handsome, dark-skinned man. And he's passed away, but I always remember his big old smile and the genuineness. You could tell when somebody ain't fronting on you, and you really feel, especially when you're a kid, you remember those things. And that's kind of what Michael Jordan, his mom, and looking at them would kind of remind me of them. They actually kind of look alike. And yeah, I think he is. May he rest in peace, Alex W. And hi, Alex W. And I just, I started thinking to myself, and this is no shade. Y'all think I be shading light-skinned women. Y'all be lying on me. I don't be shading nobody. I just be up to giving y'all my dark-skinned activist commentary. Okay? That's all I'm doing. So with that being said, Michael Jordan married a light-skinned woman. He did not marry a dark-skinned woman. And I just always wonder when that happens, and this is nothing against Juanita Jordan. I think they're divorced. Nothing against her. Nothing. It has less to do with her than it's more about the psyche of a Black man that comes from a family like Michael Jordan. And by the way, guys, make sure y'all hit my Cash App. My Cash App is $rashidalala. Please support my work. I'm in a legal battle and I need your help. I need your continued support. My Cash App. I need some big donations too. So please find in your heart to support me. You can go to my Cash App. Like I said, it's $rashidalala. Once again, $rashidalala. You can go to my PayPal, icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. And you can also go to my GoFundMe as well. So please go and make a donation to help me to continue to move my litigation along and, for all the things that I'm involved in. If you give anything $40 or more, I'll send you an autographed copy of one of my dark skin books, which the one I have available right now is Token Dark Girl, the It Dark Girl of the Moment. Also, I have a GoFundMe. My goal is to reach $10,000. I'm very close to it. I'm gonna share my screen in a moment. But getting back to Michael Jordan, y'all, and Michael Jordan is so very handsome. Okay, he's not handsome just because he's dark skinned. That's not why I'm calling him handsome. Okay, he's handsome because he's an authentically good looking guy. Whether he light skin or dark skin or brown skin, he's handsome. But what I can't understand about Michael Jordan is his darkism. Now, I got to call you out on it, Michael Jordan. And I know that I believe that at your core, you're a good guy. You came from very good parents. So y'all can say whatever y'all want. This ain't no attack. This is not no attack on Michael Jordan. I'm just wondering, the burning question that I have is, why? My burning question is, what is going through the minds of these Black male celebrities when they come from good parents, a dark-skinned mama that was a nice person, you understand, a caring person, and you could see that. What makes them then gravitate towards marrying a woman that doesn't look like their mom? Is not the same. When I say look like, we know what we're talking about. In the image of their mom, a dark-skinned woman. What is it? Because people say that a man, will marry a woman like his mother. If that is the case, then why is it that these athletes who come from dark-skinned moms and they have two dark-skinned parents, and even in the case where they have maybe a light-skinned dad or a brown-skinned dad and a dark-skinned mom, I'm just wondering why. And y'all could drop this information in the comment section if y'all want to, because I'm really trying to understand this. And this is something that I've always thought about. It's always been a question in my mind, just trying to understand Black men and why they engage in darkism when it's time to get Black men married. That's like literally my burning question. Okay. Now, some people will sit and say, Alex W says, okay, let me read what you're saying. You said they don't care about coming from nice and caring Black women. It's all about image and becoming white through the children they breed. And sadly, I think that you're right. I mean, I'm asking a rhetorical question, but I'm also wanting to know. I also want to answer as well. Because here's the thing: people will say this is the excuse they'll use. They always like to blame everything on the Black woman, the dark-skinned Black woman. We get the brunt of all the wrongdoing in our community, right? So they'll say, well, his mama treated him bad when he was growing up, or she was on drugs, or she was abusive, or all these things. But and they'll say that's the reason why they ended up gravitating towards a non-dark-skinned Black woman, and it's in a lot of cases a non-Black woman. That's the reason. That I've heard that reason more times than I can count. But Michael Jordan, he did not come from that type of household. And I want to almost say, okay, I can kind of give you the benefit of the doubt and say that's understandable. If you had a dark-skinned mom that wasn't good to you, and was abusive to you when you grow up as a male, you gravitate to something that's a person that does not, or that's not in the image of your mom. Okay, I understand that, because again, I'm really trying to understand this mentality. And sometimes I think to myself, okay, don't these men believe that their mom is beautiful? And how is that translating in their minds when they start to go out into the world and date? How is that translating how they see their mom, whether she be light skinned, dark skinned, but in this case, dark skinned? How does that translate to their mate selection? And even in this case, you have, like I said, this nice woman that Michael Jordan, you can see that he loves his mom. Another person too, Shaquille O'Neal. You can see that Shaquille O'Neal thoroughly loves and respects his mom. I'm pretty sure that they're taken care of. But when it's time to marry, they won't marry a woman with the same dark skin tone. There's a disconnect there. And that is what I've been grappling with my whole damn adult life, trying to figure this shit out. I've been grappling. I see these basketball players like Michael Jordan and Shaquille O'Neal. They'll be in the press hugging their mama. I love my mom. I'm about my mama house. My mama paid. She good. And I love it. That's all good. But you look up and you see that these men do not marry women with the same skin tone as their mom. There is a disconnect. And sadly, it is self-hatred. It's self-hatred, and it's just so disappointing to me. I'm very disappointed. Alice W. said, "You are too beautiful to be still stressing over about these black men or any guys who think they are better than black women." You also said Shaq is an okay guy, but he cheated on his wife, same as many others. Well, I understand where you're coming from with your first comment, Alex, but I got to be honest with you. I'm just operating from my dark skin activist mindset. It's, little things like that will just trigger me. Like I said, the song Days Like This, then I saw the Michael Jordan comments, and then I try to figure out, okay, what are they talking about? And then I see pictures of Michael Jordan and his parents, and then they go, oh, it registered me. Dang, this man got 2 dark-skinned parents. What? Why ain't he marrying no dark skin? So that's how my mind kind of thinks, even if I'm not even if I'm trying not to think or not intentionally thinking about darkism, it pops up in all kinds of places. And then in the back of my mind, I'll be done compartmentalized it or put it in my file cabinet in my mind that, okay, this person did this, and then the file cabinet will get pulled, and then I'll come back to the question again and go, what happened here? And I would love to sit down with some of these black men, not just because they're celebrities and famous, but just black men in general that are in the situation of a Michael Jordan, who had good parents growing up, a pretty dark-skinned mama, 2 dark-skinned parents. And I would just like to ask them, Alice said they want yellow babies. But that's what I'm saying. Where is all of this coming from? If you came from a dark-skinned home, where is all this coming from? Where are you getting it from? Again, a rhetorical question that, some of the answers pop up in my head too, but I would like to hear it from the horse's mouth because it intrigues me. It really, really, really intrigues me in terms of just trying to understand this thing. And I think that being born and bred in this country, man, black people we are so confused and subjugated to other people's norms and values and ways of being and ways of thinking. And I can only imagine that even though he had this beautiful dark-skinned mom that was a wholesome, nice, good person raising him, taking care of him, that Michael Jordan, just like anybody else, was subjected to images beholden to the beauty standards of the dominant culture. And, I can only imagine. That's why I said I would love to talk to these men and get inside of their heads to understand, because Michael Jordan, he graduated from a light-skinned black woman. Now, y'all got to think about this. He graduated from a light-skinned. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to keep the screen share on my GoFundMe. Y'all, please go to my GoFundMe and make a donation, or go to my Cash App and make a donation. please make a donation today. Don't hesitate to do it. But Michael Jordan, he graduated from a light-skinned black woman to non-black women. So y'all got to think about that leap where he had all the makings of a man that you would think that would have self-love, that would have black love. But he ends up with a non-black woman. I don't think he's dating a black woman. If someone was to Google who Michael Jordan is dating right now, I put money on it. The woman ain't black. Man, our black men, listen, y'all are really doing damage. And I know I come on here and I rant, and sometimes I cuss and I fuss. But honestly, y'all are doing damage to us, because when we see that the visual manifestation that we're not worthy enough to be married, and you're this rich dark-skinned man, and you got all this money and you got all this fame and all this notoriety, and you got these beautiful dark-skinned parents, and you juxtapose that to, okay, you are de-darkening your legacy. You go from having, you ever seen these grandparents, real dark skin, and they be with their mixed grandchild? Y'all ever seen that? And some of these really dark skinned moms, they be so accepting. It's like, that's another thing. They be so accepting, and it's like they're very happy that they have their mixed grandchild. And it's nothing against the child. I'm just pointing out to y'all how it works in the black community. And it's like they don't seem to mind the de-darkening of their own lineage. They don't care. They don't care that, hey, put the brakes on this, or what's going on here. We don't question it. We just kind of go with the flow. But that's why I'm a dark-skinned activist, because these type of things bother me. And I do think about it. And I'm trying to understand what is going on here. I would like to ask Michael Jordan, what happened? What's the disconnect? Shaquille O'Neal, what happened? What's the disconnect? You got LeBron James. I wouldn't really put him in this category, because his mom and his wife, I think his mom might be a little bit lighter than the wife, if I'm not mistaken. But I just, I don't understand it. You come from a good family, like a person like Lil Wayne. Now Lil Wayne, when he had a dark skinned wife, and then as the more successful he got, he ended up being with light skinned women. Okay, but I don't know the backstory with the relationship with his mom and his parents. I don't know that, but from all indications, it was a good relationship between Michael Jordan, his mom, and dad. And it's like he came from these two dark-skinned people. They created this super duper handsome black man, super duper handsome dark-skinned black man. But like, let's say if he was let's say he had a really dark-skinned sister. It's like, do we not see the beauty? Do these men not see the beauty in that? I don't understand it. I understand it on an intellectual level, but on an emotional level, it's hard for me. I'm grappling with it. Like, it would be one of my dreams to sit down face to face with a Michael Jordan, and not just for no clout and all that. That's not what it's about. But to really have an honest conversation, so that I can understand, why didn't you choose a dark-skinned black woman like your mom? Okay. Um, I don't. I just want to understand that. And so yeah, that's really what all I have to say. You know, I want to thank everybody for coming on here listening to me tonight. I know it's late. I know I started this live impromptu, and I really appreciate y'all for listening and sticking with me. You might be right, Alex. Key Clark, thank you for tuning in. Alex, you're actually making very good points. And I do believe that they are Alex W. doing some of this stuff on purpose. But what I'm saying is, and you're a clown. Shout out to you. Here's what what I'm saying is what I would like to do, even though I got my preconceived notions of why they're doing what they're doing. I want to sit down and talk to them and look them in the eye and ask them the direct questions that I have for them and have them honestly answered. Because at the end of the day, I'm just really trying to understand why this keeps occurring over and over and over. It's almost as like our best as dark-skinned Black women ain't good enough. It wasn't enough that we got married and we were good and we raised you and took care of you. That's not enough to keep our gene pool. It's not enough. So I want to understand this. I feel betrayed. I feel hurt by it. I'm confused by it. It's so many emotions that go into this thing called darkism. So that's why I'm saying, I have my own beliefs on why they're doing this, but I want to look them in their eye and sit down and just have a real sit down talk. Alex W., I'm going to end with your comment. You said it keeps happening because they want it to. Hurts like hell, but it's true. If they cared about legacies, we wouldn't be having this argument. And that's all facts. I can't even argue with that. You're absolutely correct. According to me, I don't know where you're coming from with the comment, but you said since you made your goal 1 million, they won't even give you that 9K, huh? Well, I'm at 9,595. My long-term goal for my GoFundMe is $1 million, and my short-term goal is to reach 10,000. So a little under $400 away. So let's make that happen. The GoFundMe is right there. You can find my GoFundMe by looking in the description or the comment section on any video I have on YouTube. And you can also just simply Google Rashida Strober GoFundMe. You can also go to my Cash App and make a donation. The Cash App is $Rashidalala. Once again, $Rashidalala. Or if you like PayPal better, you can go to my PayPal, and my PayPal is icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. So yes, I'm asking everyone in the sound of my voice to choose the financial platform that I have, and please go and make a donation. And I want to thank you guys for listening and watching, and y'all have a wonderful evening. Good night.